Chamber, welcome back to the hidden chamber of musical secrets this week on SOS. We're here to see how much pushback one man can give to the general consensus that these songs are not good, with all of these pop, metal, and rock tracks seeming to get way more hate than love. I can already hear the contrarian losing their mind in the distance, and yes, my child, I know. You're one of the ones that does like every single one of these songs, and you're very special.
There are dozens of us. Dozens!
Admit it, you like music, you have hot takes, and you want more. The good news is that the conversation continues over on the Mixtape app, where you can literally show me your playlist of hated songs that you enjoy. Download link is in the description. They're building an awesome music community, so check it out after the video and see the songs that I couldn't fit into this countdown by searching for ARTV. It's safe to say thrash metal fans weren't exactly stoked about a little song called Escape appearing near the end of Ride the Lightning. Why? Because Metallica are supposed to be breaking their necks and my necks at the same time all the time every time! Toning it down for a cleaner approach while still bringing the heavy momentum? That's how I view this song. And no, it's not me saying that it's top 3 on the album and that it deserves to be more iconic than Fade to Black, but I will absolutely defend this song and its triumphant chorus until I'm 6 feet under. Flip your perspective to look at it like this. Young band, world in their hands, thinking outside of the box, what do we do, what do we do? Oh, I know, we give people a taste of what's to come in the future for Metallica, since this cut from 1984 previewed the sound of now classic records like the Black Album. Darkness wasn't eviscerated, there's plenty of gusto behind Escape, but I do get why people, including James Hetfield himself, hate it. It was the label trying to get them to push something more radio-friendly, and they hadn't reached that level of fame yet, where the label really just kind of let them do their own thing. Metallica finally performed Escape live for the first time ever in 2012, which was around the time when I started warming up to it, because previously, all of my metalhead friends had denounced it like Satan shat in their cereal. I've got a plan. You're beautiful. From James Hetfield to James Blunt, we've got a hell of a pace change at number 6, with the love-torn, cheesed-up ballad You're Beautiful, aka nightmare fuel for every dude in the 2000s who couldn't outrun its evergreen impact on mall playlists and iPods worldwide. To hell with guilty pleasures, they don't exist. You like what you like, and if you're with me, throw yourself at the throne of this English white guy with an acoustic guitar.
I volunteer as tribute!
It may very well be a bad, sappy song. I don't care. It's a good kind of nostalgic, if you can forgive his awkwardness, except I almost think the kind of clumsy delivery is part of the calming charm that makes it all work. James's voice is distinct enough to carry the tune, and say what you will about the lyrics, he sings and plays like he's out there trying to win the dang Nobel Peace Prize. So huzzah to you, sir. I might not want to hear this super often, but I like the song just fine in moderation. I'm running out of places I can hide from this. A quick trip to the 9 Inch Nails subreddit would prove the disdain even the diehards share for running. Bloated, repetitive, poppy, boring, you name it, they seem to hate it. Formulas are definitely being followed, so in a way, maybe it is just a copy of a copy. But I'm the devil on your shoulder saying,
but what about Trent's whispers? What about those choppy guitars that cycle in after the chorus? Let the slow cooker work its magic!
I'm somewhere in the middle. Hesitation marks is definitely very safe way too often, and it's a bit inexcusable. There's not enough risks taken, so color me surprised when I found myself placing Running near the top of my favorites, only to find out that my taste in music is apparently garbage. Again, top 10 or even top 40 Reznor material this ain't, but an often overlooked, often dismissed song with more to like than hate? Yes, indeed.
Around the world, pretty girls, wipe the floor with all the boys, pour the drinks.
The one where John from ARTV loses all credibility. Come on, bring it on, I know! Pretty Girls was mocked to Mars and back upon its arrival in 2015, with most rolling their eyes at the painfully basic lyrics and the appearance of Iggy Azalea, everyone's favorite white Australian rapper routinely accused of doing black scent. Britney Spears started collaborating with the next wave of stars by the time her own light was fading in the early 2010s, so think back to 2015, a simpler time when Iggy Iggs was ruling the airwaves with Fancy and Black Widow. She's popular, and obviously some label exec that got paid way too much thought cramming them in a song together would equal automatic hit. They were wrong. The song flopped, fizzled, and faded away off a cliff. yet I still haven't forgotten about it. And maybe that's because it's so over-the-top outlandish and silly that it totally grooves. Everything from the chanted hey, hey, hey to the drippy synths is a formula you could see coming from a mile away, but the balance Britney and Iggy find, with Britney on the verses and Iggy smoothly rolling over the pre-chorus, makes this outer space cheese fest a fever dream worth popping.
There's only one Flo and one Rida. I'm a damn shame, order more champagne, pull a damn hamstring, tryna put it on ya.
You know the drill, there's only one Flo and one Rida. Put a space in the name of the state where all of the batshit crazy stuff happens and you've just spelled the name of the most iconic rapper of the 2000s into the 2010s. Whistle stands erect as one of 4 straight top 10 hits Flo Rida scored from 2011 into 2012. It's a smooth, danceable anthem about blowjobs with a nice guitar presence leaning in way harder than you'd expect. Pun absolutely intended. Guys, I'm not kidding. This song is hilarious. It took 6 people to write it, and Whistle dropped long before the age of short songs, so the crew had to just fill out nearly 4 minutes of runtime with increasingly ridiculous metaphors about oral sex being like a whistle.
Where's my blowy?
Flo Rida took this song global, baby! Capping it off with the performance at the Kids' Choice Awards. Are you kidding me? You can't make this up.
Where I go, I'm so ready to blow. Shawty don't even know she can get in it for the low.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I ask you, how can you hate this? It's Flo Rida politely asking to get his dick sucked while not so sheepishly admitting his whistle is ready to be blown at any given time. He even gives instructions.
In the 20s, we'll be singing in a rain of pennies. In the 20s.
Decimation from every angle sounds just about right when describing the backlash to 20s. Tobias Forge wrote something loud, theatric, unhinged, inflammatory, but nihilistically fun, all in one big ball of fire, and it sucks to see it go right over everyone's heads. Yes, it's a ghost song where Papa sings, grabbing them all by the hoo-ha! But no, I am so tired of everyone using that as an excuse to throw the entire track under the bus because of an oddball line meant to strike a sour note. This isn't meant to be a pleasant listening experience. Tobias himself says it's openly hostile, poisonous air to anyone listening, but if you think about the bloodletting aspect of comparing the vile nature of the 1920s to the 2020s, it's kinda like a badass villain's rise to power anthem. It's unfortunate to see the fans curb-stomping Ghost for a satirical jest. Literally every critic too that I've watched has torn this one to shreds, but not I. The bombast rules, the instrumentation is epic, and mark my words, this will be the last song I play at the end of the 2020s decade.
My little angel of death is my nightlife.
A decade has passed and a new challenger approaches. Presenting Nemesis #1, Nightlife. The 2012 cut from Dose collectively decided to be the worst Green Day song, and to some, it's not even close. There's way worse songs on Dose, first of all, Fuck Time exists. But secondly, the sleek bass groove from Mike Dirnt rolling against a slightly modulated vocal from Billy Joe before giving way to a rap burst from Lady Cobra. It's a lot to process, and I sympathize with those who hate it, at least to a degree. Musically, it's tight and fresh. Lyrically, it's a faceplant. Throw that out the car window, run it over, let's start fresh, and I'll tell you why I can overlook Lady Cobra being borderline unbearable. Close your eyes. Imagine you're 21, drunk, stumbling through the streets of Arizona, slurring your speech as you're greeted by sexy strangers you're oddly fascinated by. Throw a sleazy bus route in your pants, coast on the breezy desert vibes the guitars perpetuate, and forget which words are being spoken. TLDR, turn off your brain, focus on the music, ignore what you've heard everyone else telling you about how cringe it is, and decide for yourself. That's all I ask. Just go back and listen to Nightlife again with an open mind. Who would you put on your list of songs you love that everyone else seems to hate? Don't just tell me, show me by curating your own playlist on the Mixtape app. They're the sponsor of this video, and I'm super excited about the community they're creating. My overflow playlist for songs I couldn't fit into this video is in the description. Just download Mixtape and search ARTV in the app, and also show me your playlist by putting ARTV in the title, and I'm gonna be listening to, following, and replying to as many of them as I can. Download the free Mixtape iOS app by using my link in the description. They're a huge support for the channel, and if you guys remember how exciting Symbol was back in the day, this is a new, bigger, and better community that makes music so much more social than just a streaming service. Thanks for watching this episode of SOS. Please hit the like button, and if you've made it to the end, you're a real one. I appreciate you. There's a few recent episodes on screen now for you to check out. Subscribe, and I'll see you soon with more.